trouble on the back straight. Try picking the bones out of that. 250 is going to have to come out taken together. Mr. Stardom is stopped away. It is 753 on the back straight, and the white one goes. And one over the wall, very much down there on the turn. It's a red flag out and showing Mr. Stardom. So the red Mr. Stardom as Colin Farley goes in 229, almost up and over, and here's it's a red flag. Mr. Stardom out showing the problems down. He goes through with 9 laps done, Mr. Stardom. It's 5 next time, so 5 next time. Harvey is third in 417. As 51 gets collected by 50 here in the past. It's a win for 2 to 8 Rob Barnes, who takes the final. Poor old Mr. Horn ends in 131, 594, and the rest that will come round and complete the distance in their own style. As
so early skirmishes will pick you up a leader, and it is 5. So 629 Black Cross, 762, 271 treble 5, 629 and 762 for those that. And I must admit, I'm not convinced we're going to see the advantage. 51, 297 goes round, 736 from 51. And then after that, we get 736, 426 in something like that order. Here we go. The 5-lap signal is at the ready. Through they go.
By any means, a regular visitor. A few more getting hooked up over. 710 is third. More drama over by the scoreboard, yet again involving Mark Rogers and also involving the leader. He won, and he's done him as well. So 91 left back in front, and Tiggy and 2 double as they come through. We'll take them back, Mr. Stardom. Tonight didn't get off to a great start. Spud Gun has gone round on the entrance to the home straight. Mark Welland has as well in 264, and if he is in 259. And here again tonight. Meanwhile, the leaders are all involved in mayhem on the entrance to the home straight. There's a few more joining in there. The yellow caps being well and truly set that order. As we get to the business end of the proceeding, he won't be in the result. 27, Dale Hughes getting set about. He's actually lost out in the last few laps, which is unusual for Dale. Meanwhile, the leader, So away we go once again, the green flags, reds Mr. Stardom, red flag. It's been black flagged, who's come back in. So reds are out and showing. So we're away once again, and several getting involved under the... that has the advantage. Basin Tolworth, he takes them along. Oh, big trouble over on the entrance to the back straight. We got a tyre on the raceway. It is only a tyre, but we check over there on the back straight. And it'll be yellow, Mr. Stardom, so Wade Yellow's out and showing with mayhem breaking out there over on the entrance to the back straight. There was at least one tyre off, that was Cecil. It was only a tyre. 167 is the leader in second, but there's a whole group getting set about, and the leader spun all on his own on the entrance to the back straight. Our continental visitor here on the home straight. They're setting about a few. Poor old 226. Jamie Marsh has had a right old rough ride and is halfway over. 71, the leader, is struggling. So on a night where, to be honest, several drivers have had the lead but not look like they've 70, they hit the scoreboard bend again as 774 comes back and there's a rollover. Red Mr. Sana, please. So the Red's out and showing 264. Healthier than 91 as 51, 774 and 84. He does it well, gets the flag and wins it. Dale Hughes is second, Kieran Carton third. After that will be Charlie King in 204, Lee Herbert. field are in any case. And a fair amount of jacking going on, to say the least. And some cars that started at a reasonable size are a great deal smaller. And still they come. Well, they've come from far and wide tonight to get involved in the racing. Now, is it possible? Which was well over half. Visible Tim James Weevil, 310 Chasley, 363. The blue machine by the scoreboards, who's getting involved with Tim James. So 363's got to go and get involved. So 363 being well and truly difficult to see anybody finishing anybody off like that. So 197 has no front wheel. Turn along with Peter Dodge, but bearing in mind he has no wheel. And he doesn't have a side panel now.
That's it, yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah, just the wrong moment that car come in, wasn't it?
I seen it coming down, it just had jumped off.
Yeah.
Too late then, innit?
Not yet, come over.
That will probably assist. So 799 Black Cross thereabouts. And picking you up the leader, it's still 753 Harry Stevens. So he's on the back straight here on the home starter. Team Agro needs a black flag. We just need to check on the well-being of 714. 46, yellow Mr. Stardust a win, and it's again the case tonight. A right old rabble here for second. Red straight away Mr. Stardust with problems here on the home straight. Straight away Mr. Stardust with problems here on the home straight. 560 was one of several. 702's got a flat tyre, so he's going to have to come out. And again. 35 setting about 843 in a big way here, and 843 is getting his. We're almost strapped together here. 129 says I'll have some of that and gets involved. Look for Bodger having a go back this time at 129, getting some revenge. That collects Giuntini, and others go in, including 8 technical problems here, or a miracle. It looks as though he's going to take the final. Here on the home straight, they're setting about Alex Brigden, also the case. And 133, not surprised he is recording the quickest times at the moment. Meanwhile, we go back to the leaders and right. There's Vicky at 106. Of course, Vicky of the years has raced, first of all, started off in the mini stocks, Taunters in 297. Of course, connected. I do the same thing when I leave in the morning. Anyway, 732 is down to fireworks here on the home straight. 106 goes. Glad to say that 252 is jumping theatre into it. Here on the home straight, his car has come to a match.
Use the bumper than others are getting stuck in. Joe Parker in car 40. Way up the wall goes in. Amos is upside down and into the red flag's out. Red flag all the way around the raceway. Upside down, getting stuck in. Joe Parker in car 40. Way up the wall goes in. Amos is upside down and into the red flag's out. Red flag all the way around the raceway. Okay, we're absolutely sure he is. These cars are built tough, and so are the men that drive them. But Ian taking a perler there and getting hit on the way over to bargain by the one. Whiteman gets stuck by Toady in the 134. He gets stuck in and bouncing into the wall goes the number 3. Number 10, Whiteman still facing the wrong way. That going well. Then we've got the 134 Toady, 377 right behind him. Ash Tompkins, 93 back in the running and off onto the ground. Welland's still there in 264. Down the back stretch, 730 Dean Mays and Matt Fuller neck and neck and looking for trouble. 8 all piling in to the Park 93 car, which now looks a little bit sad and the worse for wear. Alongside him, that's going to be nasty, but luckily for him, he seems to have escaped unscathed. 530. Going nicely in the burst of the Condom car. 430 Paddy Palmer's 374 car. Paddy ends up on the speedway track facing the wrong way, but Hughes gets picked up and smacked to get him busy down in the starter. It's 204 Charlie King coming out of turn 4, who is the race leader. Behind him, puts his two-penneth thing, but the car's not got a lot going for it, and whack goes Davies and takes the 108, the right up the wall. Now then, they're all piling in though, between 1 and 2, they've really blocked the track completely, and the leader's in there, the leader has gone. Charlie King, for all his friends. I doubt very much as the next piece of music will be much to your taste, but you never know. Mark Watson comes through, Diggy Smith, whoa, and that's Jimmy Morris. A wild ride by Diggy Smith and Billy Wood. Billy runs into the front of his car, Diggy gets away, says thank you very much. Farley is parked on a tyre. Mark Farley and Billy Wood now locked. My goodness gracious me, big crash. And it's a black flag for 7. Black flag 714. Number 10 Paul Simmons is stranded out of turn 2. 614 Lossy. There's a big pile up between turns 3 and 4. Harvey Duval taking Goldie over the tyres of the speedway track. Right down 87 not handling too well. Hughes 27 136. Mays is looking to make up some space. There's another blockage on the fourth, but the pit bend getting more and more blocked, or it was, until the 759 car was whacked. James Simpson goes piling in, so do a number of others. 136 Williams threads his way through. Davis in the 158 is still running. And Colin Jones in 340. For a black cross. Here's Mr. Stover. The corner cutting, 87 Bob Stockcar is off the track but back on again. They're still managing to Mickey Stradwick looking right down the nose of the traffic part where he is with the 711 in the middle of the pit stop. That's not good for him. So 2 Mike Crawford now overtaken by 27 Dale Hughes. Smith 433 still running and picking up useful points. Gouldy back in the fray. Charlie King has decided to go wrecking along with a number of others. Val is in the middle of it all. Down on turn 4. Goes in hard again. 264 Welland is still running. And also for the Seasiders, Steve Anstrom. The black flag for 783. Black flag for car 783. A flat tyre on that one. It's 5 laps next time for car 730. 5 laps next time for 730, Mr. Starter. And Mays is going through turn 2 now with Carl Gould still running. Chip has come to a grinding halt. Well up this halt, so has Anscombe. Seaside is now in big. Oh, it's not Anscombe, it's Williams 136. But Cecil is somewhat confused by the way to go. There's no place. He ends up going the wrong way round. The track almost completely blocked around the pit bend. Now, the first and second. We are looking for very close together, and Mays is getting turned round by Hughes in the 27. Then Mays flips across the line, he's not working anymore. And your new leader is 2-9. He's going to take this one. It's his last lap. He's got a little bit to do. Way back in the points was it's a Black Cross 417. I think that's 2 black cars need to finish this race and cross the line, so we're keeping them running for a minute or two because there's still some 8 cars running. There's a big wreck going on in front of us down here. Ben Smith, we're not sure if he's crossed the line yet. He needs to do so. Danny Sutton does. Stratton joining in with Simpson demolishing Smith's car. Smith's going to make it a... Big crash going on with the race to a blinding halt. Stockcar is off the track and back on again. Big old 4-car stack up with Sonny Shore and a good one too, but Lee Hughes getting a lot of trouble. Darryl Hughes going in the 180 black flag for... There's a black flag coming, we don't know who for, but we'll turn back to back. As not many to do so, Simpson still going in the 171. He's already got nothing left to lose at this stage in the game. 2 laps to run for Smith in car 433. And we hope that we'll be able to bring you the points. There's about to come free at the end of the Broderick. And it's the last bend. He's only got to get here. And there's a nice little bit of prize money to be had. No doubt Steve Mays roundly disqualified from the last race. We'll be giving you the points as soon as we can work them out.
heading for the scoreboard bend at the moment. White Richard Williams. Mark Almeida at 894, one to look out. Wraps 4629, 828 in the steward's box. And Carnage away to our left. The third place driver, 231, who's just gone right in the back of Harvey. I don't think it's another black flag for 35, he's just going past there, Mr. Starter. And also 641 to say that that front tyre is getting flatter by the second. We've got one on fire away to our... Tim James is miles clear, 894's a lap down, 389 is second, and then in behind of that.
Non-contact lap before the rest of the fun begins. Already cars spread all over. The pit bend up in the air goes Bill Hampton. Keith Byrne going for a bit of a walk backwards. Milky Bar's in big trouble now in turn 1. Schmozzle down in turn 2. He's now got a little space to make for 2-5. Around again goes the green and yellow straw with great vigour down by the Argus box. And that seems to have done at least, well, it seems to have done for Barnsley as well, because he now gets some more piling in there on the speedway track where they shouldn't be. Still, as the race wears on, a big hit there. Oh dear, oh dear, Barnes and Vokins get a right hammering there from 532, Bobby Davis, 35 Albert squeezes through the wreckage, 41 Sharky Dale Fairless, didn't see much of him tonight, who appear to be teammates, and DD has broken out, Milky Bar's in there, 753, 641, 556 Hampton, 228 Barnes, in the middle of the track on foot, off onto the speedway track. Good heavens, ladies and gentlemen, all hell breaking loose here in the Bangor final. Tonight, plenty of contact, not all of it legal. 417 easily off the track now, and Popey now then. Mark Pope hits him, as we can see, none too inclined to accept that fact. 529, T71 is out, and up to 663 coming up to do a little more damage along in the front. Nonetheless, that's what we got. Spike gets taken out and ends up sideways and causing a possible penalty over him for this one. Certainly made a bit of a quick start ahead of the Brigden, taking now a bit of a pasting, I think, from Ashley Reed. So it's quite lucky they did it right on the line, just as the contact element of the race was officially Simon Brown glances a blow off the wall, and Louis Hazel in third. 739 is actually doing rather well this time. Again, Andy Swift loses a couple of positions. 556 Phil spun around by Wayne Saunders.
Peter Scott and Junior takes race 1. The battle on for the places, and it's quite a battle as here on the home straight they go in all directions. Knights 727 gets set the spinning treatment, and then gets well and truly set about by 131, and there's a few more going in. 560 was in front at the time. 560. Out goes the signal to the Chingford based driver. 7556 is closing in fast. 7-3. Number 4 at the house end of the raceway. He's out of harm's way. Oh, and drama off at turn 2 at 72 and 98. A few more might be joining in that ranks. 2, 3, 1 as well, but I'm not quite sure whether you'll see him again because. So Phil leads the way. 1-8.
Well, Burton getting involved in one or two skirmishes, and talking of which, up the fence goes one of them. A big wrecking session kicked off the entire race there. 528 Jethro was also on the green at one point. That's a heart-stopping moment there. Ray Wood driving the Mercedes as he gets off track as Jonesy comes out in the 340 car, leaves it there. We've got Sutton already tangles with Smith in 433. 433 ends up on the grass. 102 gets a couple of wheels on. Wheels are stuck on the tyre. 794 Shaggy gets turned around by 397. 45 Lips right in front of us. Another big jump. 2 pushing hard. 372 Ash is in there as well. Weeksy goes in. 52 Poulter gets taken off track by 80. 820 ends up on the grass. That'll be a black flag for him too. And 820 is going to get back on there, but he's going to find a black flag waiting for him, I dare say. We've got 397. Oh, a big, huge hit for Bodger. Red flags, and they pile in more and more cars. Weeks gives the thumbs up, he's okay. And Dan Weeks giving the thumbs up, he's okay. And also Bodger there is okay. 358, we think Ginger's alright beneath the pack. Simpson is probably in there too. It looks like James has emerged. We've got one more car as I had no luck with her. You left him and asked him and you why. Don't think that car will actually make it to the grid again because no, not the one. Pete Osborne's car looks just. Oh yeah, I think sure you can straighten that out. Driver, he doesn't know what he's about. He will take a bit to catch it. And there's a fire at 522, Weevil car, but Danny Sutton right in front of 294 gets spun around because those boys clearly very sporting on the both of them, but in the address. 525, Jekyll is off track. Then out of the car and out of the running. We've got 7 Danny Boy, 747, 377 gets really down the concrete wall right in front of us. Car, but with the rain coming down, the lads will definitely to go home as the rest of you will be. 294 takes out of that marker on his second in 146. Collins third in 409. Gould in 516 is next. Then Williams 136. Perkins 820 comes next. Shane Davis weaving his way through the cars. And 516 is next. Then Williams 136. Perkins 820 comes next. Shane Davis.
118. Oh! Red flag.
And 250, scrapyard Dave Preston, who he fires left out of period effort at getting some points this year, really. Across the line comes George Heath with 2 laps to run. 700 facing the wrong way. Paul Warren hastily gets himself turned round as Phil Hampton comes by to put him a lap down. 907, and then after that a whole mass problems for those boys. The headhunters now as a pack all going round there to join in, I think, the fray. It's certainly kicked off down on the Howsham Bend. Right, now then, our leader finding his way with some closest opposition now. His closest opposition now thinned out a little bit, and 885 is in trouble. 426 is going to spin the second place man. Alex Gentini tries to spin the pair of them and fires Vokins into the pit bend. 885, then 555, 41, 702, 206, and 5. He actually lets, quite sensibly really, George Heath go by. 529 and 206, and George Heath gets put into the wall fairly sharpish by Williams in 3 laps of non-contact racing. We already see a little contact as one gets spun around and hit head on. Ooh. And 3765, 594 Alex Gentini by the 845. Into them goes 271 Vokins. 271 gets the black flag, I'm afraid. So James Vokins, he curves the wrong one, getting stuck in a little premature. Running as is 41 Sharpie. 426 is not Pope down there, is in trouble. In fact, Mark Pope's still running. Similarly, King is still running. His opponent probably is not. 7.5 through Banger Style. So Alex Gentini, young racer from the London area, 5 laps next time for him. Front, if he can stay out of trouble for the remaining 5 laps, he's looking like a good win. Simon Rux is still mobile in the 3.53 results, but he does have a bit of a blast racing the Bangers here. That he might try and stop the leader. That's not a great thing to do, and certainly deserves the black flag. Flag 4888, without a doubt. And into the wall goes Phil Hampton, courtesy of 380. And second, it's still 91, the little black 27. Got a flat tyre if he recommences, so it's a black flag for him. And which I think will finally leave James Vokins, who's charging around with the 166 and puts himself in the wall. So James is in second position now. Alongside him, Craig Dixon behind that, then Bex in the 243. Then come the baby. It's a black flag for now, but Simon Brown piles into the back of the 532 car, which is now losing its 5th place. So your leader is Bobby Davis Jr. in 532. Down the back stretch, he's your leader, 556, 228. Barnsley is in
288, 259. But it's here on the entrance to the home straight, 767 rather loose in the block. Oh, and here on the home straight, what about that? I thought they were coming for you, Mr. Starter. As well, and here on the home straight, 231, 252 was placed, 922 was placed. Katie does again, Danny Wen. Trevor goes a spinning here on the home straight. Tim James, 918 Tom Stern in the thick of the action. and several others get involved down there on the turn. Mark Pope has got ahead in the early stages of 739, jumps out. Well, a fair amount of drama in the early stages, then the contact can begin. The leader, Vince, is 35, Alex Brigden, who's... Anyway, through we go. 414's gone round, and they're all getting held up here on the entrance to the home straight. Meanwhile, Cecil still leads on the back straight. 701 is there in second, and 701 now comes. So 701 is absolutely flown clear here as they head down towards the scoreboard again, and it's Chris that leads them then. Here's the flag over away to our left, so the red flag's out and showing with a fire up. So away we go, that's track at Arlington, or Chris Hyde, and then next up is 17, although he's driven through the 377 car, and what is it they say about plenty of guts, while Tim Tracy is taken into next week down here, away to our left. It was a good... And then next up is 17, although he's driven through. Oh, I'm not sure the 102 does every effort to avoid the grass and was rather unfortunate, but he'll know that rules of the track mean he's out. 182 here, Mad Mike has had a nightmare start. Michael Maggs. We've got Mark the tyre flying around over towards the scoreboard then, but that comes to rest. Or rather lead views. Wiggy is third. Here on the home straight, 236 goes spinning again. 294 goes last time. Wiggy is second. And all of a sudden it has got very dark. 146 is second, 5-1. So as we go through there once again, 294 takes the 5-lap platform through. I think he was another former mini stock star a few years ago. Beyond Wiggy is Marty 18 in 514, Jack over in 617. Meanwhile, as Schmozzle away to our right, there might be a few more going into that, including 843. So they're piling in on the entrance to the home straights. So through we go to the closing stages. And there's more joining in. Oh! And that is one. Hard one with him, but yet another win in right. So 294. Fifth place was 206, that was Dave King. After King was 917, John Miller, the eventual fairway. Straight away we need to check on 46, who took one right in the driver's door. 617 black flag. A few more piling in over at the scoreboard end, and there might be a few more as well joining in before the end of that. I think 244 has had his part in that. So it's Jethro in 528, who's not been short of a championship or two in the past. So 528 has the lead. Now I just want has the advantage. 514's gone, and I think that was all his own doing. He'd just been shown the black cross. 294 is up to second. green up signal at the ready. And Jeffro just slowing down slightly between them. The 27 is closing rapidly. They head for the skirt board bend.